J. Joe Gardner. I did it. I got the gig.
Must have been sudden for you.
Wow! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Help! I'm not done! Oh my goodness! Huh? Help me get back.
No, wait!
There I am. What are we waiting for?
Wait, not me!
That's weird.
What is it?
151,000 souls going to the great beyond every day, and I count every single one of them. The count's off.
How's it going out there, YouTubers and all social media lands? Welcome to an all-new movie review. In this movie review, we're going to be doing Pixar's latest picture that just got released on Disney+. Originally, it was supposed to go out in theaters back in June of last year, and also then it was going to be pushed to November of last year, but ended up going on to Disney Plus at the end of the year, the 25th too as well. So we're going to be getting right into that. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on this video or any other videos I put up. But as always, people, let's get right into this. So welcome, YouTubers and all social media lands. Welcome to an all-new movie review. So like I was saying before, I'm going to be talking about Pixar's latest picture, which happens to be called Soul. Oh yeah, Soul. Ooh. So Soul just came out on Disney Plus on December 25th last month, and is a great Pixar and another great Pixar outing. This, hands down, was a really fun, entertaining film, very heartwarming, and just was a really great addition to the Pixar universe. Now, this film, of course, is none other directed by the new CEO of Pixar, Mr. Pete Docter. Oh yeah, Pete Docter. Woo! See, Pete Docter, he's been around for many years. He's directed several of the Pixar films, and just is an all-around amazing guy. Now, a couple of films that he's directed that I really enjoyed is none other than the very first 2001 film that came shortly after the first couple Pixar films. And that, of course, is the film that has the great voice talents of John Goodman and Billy Crystal in Monsters, Inc. Oh yeah, Monsters, Inc. Oh yeah. Pause for dramatic effect. Anyways, but yeah, Monsters, Inc. So, Monsters, Inc. is a great Pixar feature. I mean, it was probably one of the best at the time. I mean, Toy Story came out in 95, you had Bugs Life come out in 98, and then you had this one come out in 2001. You know, this one was just so ahead of its time. It was so amazing, and Pete did a great job of directing this film. He got some great emotion out of this film, gave us a great heartwarming story, lots of great comedy, lots of great action, and just a well-rounded Pixar film. And just the direction he took it in was so fun, too, as well. Just the whole concept was a really cool idea, too, that, you know, in a world of monsters, what did they use for energy but screams of kids? Who came up with that? That was just like such an awesome idea. And Pete did a great job of giving us this really profound film at the time. And I just thought he did such a great job with it. Really amazing directing by him in that film, and a great first outing. So the second film that Pete Docter also directed that is a great Pixar film is an amazing feature that came out in 2015 and is so, you know, star-studded cast of great voices, you know, from Bill Hader to Amy Poehler to Mindy Kaling to, you know, just an all-star voice cast. And that, of course, is Pixar's film at the time called Inside Out. Oh, yeah! Inside Out! Oh, my God, this is such a great film. So amazing, so heartwarming. It really does, you know, it pulls on the heartstrings, this film really does. You know, makes you emotional, all that kind of good stuff. And it's just a, you know, a genuine Pixar type of deal. And it's just such a well-rounded film from, you know, everything to think about, like, you know, what would a, you know, teenage girl be feeling and thinking, and, like, what would her emotions actually be doing inside her head, and all this kind of cool concept. It was just a really amazing concept, and Pete did a great job of bringing that to life, giving us, like, an idea of what it could be like, and just how it is for a teenage, you know, kid, either sex, dealing with their emotions, dealing with a mood, dealing with losing all their friends and all this kind of stuff. And it just is an amazing film. And Pete just did a great job of giving us some great animation, some great looks, and just great voice talents. Really amazing film. If you haven't seen Inside Out, definitely give it a whirl, people. It's worth a watch. And also give it a whirl on Monsters, Inc. 2 Well if you haven't seen it as well. But for his directing of Soul, once again, he brought a whole new life to a new Pixar film. It was so amazing. I mean, I really loved how he really did, differentiate it from all his other films. And how he brought to life, he gave it a very heartwarming feeling. He didn't pull on the heartstrings super hard this time, because he wanted to give us something that was more, I feel, just more heartwarming and more fun and entertaining. And I love that fact that that's what he did with this film, because he gave us this really well-rounded film that has some amazing animation. Oh my god, I was so blown away with how lifelike this film looked. I could not believe, I thought I was watching actual people in real life. That's how amazing the animation was in this film. And he brought that to a T. I mean, he made it so amazing and so, perfect and, on point. And just the direction he took it, the screenplay, the music, and just the voice talents he added to this film also just was a perfect combination of all. Really amazing directing by Pete Docter, and looking forward to more from him. So this movie has a great, cast. Lots of great people in it, lots of great voice talents, and just a really well-rounded, voice cast. Now, to start us off is the main voice actor himself, Mr. Jamie Foxx. Oh yeah, Jamie Foxx! Oh yeah! So, of course, we all know Jamie Foxx from, of course, the film Ray, which he won an Academy Award for. He was also in Due Date. He's been in a slew of films over the years. He was just recently in Project Power that was on Netflix. He's just a really amazing individual that, is pretty decent, is pretty talented, but sometimes I feel like his Ray performance kind of went to his head a little bit, but other than that, I think he's a pretty decent actor. Now, a couple of films I enjoyed him in that I thought he was decent in was none other than a great film that came out in 2003, I believe it was, or 2002, or maybe even 2004. It's a great Tom Cruise film that I just think is a really well-made film. And that, of course, is a film called Collateral. Oh yeah, Collateral. This is such an on-point, fantastic film. Really well done, really fantastically done, and just a really well-rounded film. Tom Cruise is amazing in it, and so is Jamie Foxx. Him playing the cab driver character that has to deal with Tom Cruise's character is on point. I really enjoyed Jamie's, persona and just everything he dealt with and how he brought it to life and gave us this really amazing performance that just worked really well with the film and just was a really well-rounded film. I feel this is probably one of his better performances, too. I thought it was even better than his Ray performance. And how he gave the essence of what a person would be feeling and dealing with if they were dealing with somebody that, this hitman that takes control of you. It's a really amazing film. If you haven't seen Collateral, definitely roll, people. It's worth the watch. The second film that Jamie Foxx was in that I really enjoyed him in was a great comedy film starring Charlie Day, Jason Bateman, and Jason Sudeikis, and also the amazing and gorgeous Jennifer Aniston and Kevin Spacey as well. And then, of course, the film called Horrible Bosses. Oh yeah, Horrible Bosses. Oh my god, this movie is so freaking hilarious, and Jamie Foxx is absolutely hilarious as the character he is in it. Even though he doesn't have a huge part, it still is a substantial role that was super funny, and him playing the character Mother Effer Jones is so stinking hilarious. And just his whole persona as the character was so hilarious, and one of his best comedic timings, I feel, that just was so on point for that role. And just his interactions with all the guys and stuff like that was so super funny too and hilarious. And just the fact that they kept going back to him, and his reactions to some things were just so stinking hilarious. Absolutely loved him in this film. Thought he was a great addition to that film and made it a really well-rounded comedy film. If you haven't seen Horrible Bosses, definitely give it a whirl, people. It's a super funny film. Now it comes to his performance as his character in Soul. I really enjoyed his performance. I enjoyed his voice. I thought it was perfect for the character, the look, and everything like that. I thought he did a good job of expressing the character and giving us this really great character that was in Soul. And I just really enjoyed his performance, and I was actually surprised because I wasn't too sure if I would, but I thought he did a really good job as the character, and I really enjoyed it, and it felt very authentic, and it felt very like he did a lot of great, looks into what he should do, and basically to give a performance of this magnitude as a voiceover, because I don't think he's done very many voiceovers. So I thought for his first outing of a voiceover, he did a really great job. Really enjoyed him as the character, really enjoyed his some of his one-liners in the film too as well. He just was really on point and fun. Really enjoyable and a great performance. So that brings me to the final actor I'm going to be talking about that did a voiceover in this film. And then of course is 22 herself, Miss Tina Fey! Oh yeah, Tina Fey! Yeah! Tina Fey! Oh my god, I love Tina Fey. Everything she's in is so on point fun. From being in the Muppets movie to, being in Baby Mama to Date Night, to Mean Girls. She was always so super amazing and funny. SNL, she was on point as well. Always enjoy pretty much everything she's in. A couple films I really enjoyed that she's been in are none other than a great film that came out in 2015, and I actually got to see this one in theaters. And it's just a super hilarious comedy that stars Amy Poehler. And then of course a film called Sisters. Oh yeah, Sisters. Oh yeah. Sisters is so stinking hilarious and funny, and Tina Fey is top notch as her character in this film. Just playing that kind of like hot-headed person that has no direction with her life is so on point hilarious. And her interactions with Amy Poehler are on point, and everyone else in the film, and like Chris Parnell does a little part in it, and she interacts with him from SNL and stuff like that, and it's just so stinking funny and hilarious. Really enjoyable, and just a really well-rounded performance that's super hilarious. I mean, there's some great scenes where she's like on the lawn having a tantrum, and it's like super hilarious. And then some of her one-liners and stuff were just on point too as well. If you haven't seen Sisters, give it a whirl, people. It is an amazing comedy film. So hilarious and so funny. Definitely should check it out, people. It's worth the watch. Now, the second film that Tina Fey was in that I really enjoyed, and it's actually another voiceover role. And this movie, I don't think gets enough credit for how funny of a DreamWorks animation film it was. And that, of course, is a film called Megamind. Oh yeah, Megamind. I started out as a simple soul. I was born, and then I came to Earth. Oh my god, this movie is absolutely so hilarious, and I absolutely loved Tina Fey as the kind of main character slash heroine in the movie. And this being a DreamWorks animation film, with the voiceovers of Will Ferrell, Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, and Tina Fey herself, they just all mesh so well together. And it's just a really fun, kind of awesome, like, superhero animation CGI film, too. And Tina's character was just so funny. Some of the one-liners she got to in this were on point as well. And just the direction the character went in, and how she kind of does a 360 throughout the whole film. And just a well-rounded performance for a voiceover. It was so much fun. Super hilarious and fun. If you haven't seen Megamind, definitely give it a whirl, people. Tina was amazing in it. Now, it comes to her voiceover in this. I thought she was decent. I didn't think she was as bad as some people are saying. I actually enjoyed her as 22. I liked her characterization. I liked how she brought to life the character. And just what she did with the character, and how she reacted to certain situations that she was having to deal with in the film. Especially when she's transferred into, Jamie Foxx's character's body and stuff like that. It's like on point hilarity. And just some of the scenes where like there's so much funny comedy moments going on, she was on point for those particular voiceover sounds and dialogue. It just was so stinking funny. I really enjoyed her, and I thought she did a good job, and I thought that she definitely made Soul very enjoyable. If you haven't seen Soul yet, definitely check it out, people. Tina Fey was amazing. So what is Soul about? Basically, the premise of Pixar's Soul is Jamie Foxx's character basically ends up falling down a well, into a manhole, actually. And his soul gets separated from his body. And then the rest of the movie is basically about him trying to get his soul back to his body because he isn't dead. And it's basically about that, trying to get back to his body, and also while kind of coming in contact with Tina Fey's character, 22, and kind of helping her get to where she needs to be, too. So it's a really amazing, fun, entertaining, energetic, really fun and heartwarming film. I love that it wasn't very sappy and sad. I love that it was about being happy and fun with great jazz music and great voiceovers, great animation. Like I said, I can't point this out enough. Oh my god, the animation in this film is freaking phenomenal. I cannot believe how amazingly real it looks. Pixar, this is your best to date, people. You guys are amazing innovators, and you guys are bringing it. Oh my gosh, so amazing. But hands down, Soul is a really fun film, really amazing, and a great addition to the Pixar universe. Giant 10 golden movie boxes up on this one, guys. Definitely up in the top 5 best of Pixar's to date. It's a really fun film, and I really enjoy it. So that's the end of this movie review, guys. Always thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. And also thank you for being a subscriber. And if it's your first time here, or you've been here before, don't forget to check out any older new videos you might have seen on you. And also check out the awesome links down below. Especially if you like this shirt I'm wearing. That's right, people. Merch. Oh, yeah. So especially if you like this shirt, you should definitely check out my Tea Tree store, or Tea Spree store, down below in the links. And also, if you also like my stuff and want to show some love for a guy, check out my Patreon page where I put up bloopers and outtakes and all that kind of cool stuff, along with new features of what's going to be next and so forth. So definitely check that out too, people. It's really cool. So yeah, definitely check those out, people. As always, catch you in the next one.